September, I think today's the 5th. It's a long weekend, y'all. But yeah, they got the workers' union here and the labor union people, and they're protesting. You should be able to see. It's a little difficult. I'm gonna try to talk to y'all while this thing goes. At the same time, I'm holding this camera and this mic, so. Excuse me, sorry. See if we can get in there. Excuse me. So this is the workers' union. It's supposed to start at 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. And I'm just adjusting everything, y'all, so give me a second, because I'm so low today. So, like, got a little photo op over here. All right. So this is Times Square. And I'm supposed to be interviewing someone. Let me see if I can find a lady. Let's see. So it's for Labor Day. They're having a protest for workers' rights. And that seemed very appropriate for it being Labor Day. And you got an old boy. He famous now. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what that guy is. I'm gonna call the lady. Excuse me, bro. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Thank you, appreciate you. What's up with you, bro?
What's up, little man? What's going on? How you doing? Yeah. You're working. What'd you say? Thanks so much. Keep it quiet, man.
What's up with you, bro? Say something to the people, huh? I'm sorry? Hey! What's up, boy? How you feeling, dog? Good to see you.
He's got to drag his lady down to Asbury Park.
I know that. Look, he over here winning. Here you go. Let me talk to you right quick.
All right.
There you go. Tell the people what's going on today.
Well, first of all, great to see you, Ty. Jordan, hope you're having a good day. I came up from Florida, obviously, because, I'd heard about the Amazon labor rally here in the city. Chris Smalls has really touched off a very important point, an inflection point in our movement to have, some type of a sustainable labor movement over time. And to see the hundreds of people that showed up today on what is a scorching 90-plus degree, very humid day here in New York City, it was very important to see people standing in solidarity, not just against Howard Schultz and Jeff Bezos, but against the billionaire class that has subjugated workers for far too long. We're at a point now where we really need collective organizing through labor more than anything else. That's what's going to provide the long-term changes that we really need in this country. Because when things are really bad, labor is the only thing that's going to save us, nothing else.
What would you say to Jeff Bezos and boy that owns Starbucks if he's here right now? What would you tell him?
Can I say whatever I want? Okay, fuck Jeff Bezos and fuck Howard Schultz.
What message would you want to send to him?
What I would say to them is you can't drink oil and you can't eat money. No matter how many different ways you attempt to screw the working class in order to pad your bottom line, you're not going to be taking a rocket ship off to Mars and living there. The planet cannot sustain itself. Workers cannot sustain themselves. And the more that continues to happen, the more people are going to collectively organize together in order to solve these collective problems. Universal health care, a living wage, clean energy grid. This all constitutes the things that we should be fighting for right now. And men of that power and that wealth are obviously standing in the way of making sure that we could do that. Did I give you a good soundbite?
Yeah, that was great.
All right, good.
We live right now. I think that's the lady. Yeah. Love you too, bro. How long are you out here? Okay. All right, for sure. So we're here at the rally. Seems like it's a lot going on. A lot of people getting distracted. A lot of people just let's see, I think this is her. Message. Christina. So I'm looking for Christina. I think this is Christina right here. And there's a lot going on right now. Dolo, Solo. Labor Union. We get some greats. What's up with y'all, bro? How you feeling, homie? Sorry. Say something to the people. Tell them why y'all out here, why y'all deal what y'all deal. What's
Shit, my fault.
importance of what's going on?
Oh, let's look to your right, well, left real quick. It's your left. This is community right here. You know, again, we had thousands watching us. We're in the mecca of capitalism. We in the mecca of capitalism, and you know, right here shows that the working class comes together and make a change. And we're going to keep making change every year until we get our contract as ALU, and any other warehouse or facility or store that needs to be unionized will be here fighting with us alongside soon.
Why is it important to do it on Labor Day today? Why is it significant to do it today?
Because it's labor. Everything we doing is labor. Working is labor. You know, again, we're talking about companies, big companies, 10, 12-hour shifts. My fault. 10, 12-hour shifts at Amazon. And again, it's capitalism. Sorry. It's capitalism. They need to stop taking over, and they need to protect their workers.
I like the guillotine here.
If you saw Jeff Bezos right now, what would you say? What message would you give to him?
I want my contract.
I heard that. You want that contract? You need to get paid like the rest?
Need to get paid, and we need to continue fighting for other workers around the world.
Yeah, sure. That's right. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, Thomas. Tommy.
Appreciate you.
You got to make sure you. Oh, look, she went smashed it out of.
Say something to the people, bro. I know you got that voice.
Hello, brothers and sisters out there. How are you? Good.
Tell them why we out here, what you got going on.
It's a hot labor summer, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to everybody that's out here, you know, protesting these corporations. It's time. We had a great awakening, it's mind-wise, but we're having a great awakening labor-wise this summer. We have more people that are aware of what's happening, and that's a great start. As you know, Amazon Labor Union just won a victory, you know, where we are in, and we will be the official union for JFK 8, whether they like it or not. So, you know, that's where we're coming from, and we're just out here to support our brothers and sisters, and to let everybody know, like, there's a little bit of it's hard. Basically, we do have a few little wins, but there's a long way to go, and we need everybody's support. That's the only way we're going to do this, you know, to put these corporations in check. Capitalism is a bitch. That's for sure. I can say that out loud, and it's real. It's up to all of us to take a stand. Those assemblymen, councilmen you vote in, make sure that they are labor-wise and labor-friendly and willing to fight. You know, we're putting people in office that rise to each level, and then they take a payoff from, you know, from these corporations, and then, you know, lay out some dead rule that is against the people. We have to stop that. We have to take notice of what's going on. We got to watch these people that we're putting in the office. You know, we got to support our public foundations, our public platforms that are here for us to utilize in the case such as the NRLB, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're only able to do so much because of the last 55 years, the laws that corporations have exercised or executed, and we're not aware of it. Like somebody said earlier during the protest, we're not watching what they're doing. These laws are going through Congress every day, and they're becoming bills, and we're not there watching them, and they put these things in place. So the platforms that are here to help us can't help us but so much, and it's a doomed reality. Well, we're here to change all that this year, and for, you know, I mean, the start of a new union age, I mean, you know, it's fantastic.
What type of democracy do you think we live in where governments allow companies like Amazon to destroy workers' rights? Suppress them?
I don't see that as any fair democracy at all. I mean, it's capitalism at its finest. Capitalism is a bitch. And, I mean, from any of your high executives down, if they're not doing it, your Nancy Pelosi's, all them, her husband's a big billionaire inside trader, like they think that they're fooling us. They're not. I don't see anything fit about any of them right now because nobody's doing anything for us. And that's the bottom line. That's the reality of it. I mean, our president has done shit for us. And that's the bottom line.
What message would you have for Jeff Bezos, the owner of Starbucks, the CEO of Starbucks? What message would you have for them right now? What would you say to them?
I mean, it's obvious that you dudes are gonna lose eventually. Howard, you think you got a little more leeway right now because of the position of what's going on within the internal workings of your organization, as you know, with the people. But you're gonna lose too. And Jeff, I don't give a fuck where you are. I'm gonna fight you to the end. You sat up here and fought me for the last 3 years for, like they said, a $38,000 a year salary. You did not want somebody that you illegally fired, unfairly fired, to have. But then you step out here and give all these criminals $100 million and things like that. Jeff Bezos is a piece of shit. And, I mean, he will always be a piece of shit. He showed that he can't be he tried to take a class or something I heard one time to be more responsive to, you know, to the people. I guess that didn't work because he's no closer. And, I mean, it's just a reality that people have to, you know, face when you could take a historical bridge and cut it up so you can bring your fucking yacht through. That tells you what type of person, you know, Jeff Bezos is right there. You know, and it's a shame, like I said, because there are other Gerald Brysons out there, there are other me's out there that are fighting him, that deserve their lost wages. But, you know, he can pay millions to cut out a bridge. But he can't pay us the $48,000 or $49,000 a year that he owes us, you know. And that's where I'm coming from. People have to realize what they're dealing with these corporations, with these CEOs, these presidents. They're not here for any of us. They don't want us to have a thinking mind. They just want the arms and the legs and the torso. And that's what you have to realize. There's so much more. And once you realize that, you know what I mean, you're ready for battle.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, man.
So we here out, and I think we're gonna talk to Christina. This is, how are you? So I think her sister died of COVID. She was an Amazon worker. This is her sister, Christina. Her sister's Portia. She has her T-shirt on, and I think she had COVID. She's going to explain more. How are you? I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm okay.
Can you introduce yourself and tell the people who you are and a little bit of your background and your sister?
How you doing? My name is Tina Brown, and I'm Pushan Brown's sister.
Tell me about your sister. Who is your sister?
My sister is Pushan Brown. She worked for Amazon. She worked for them 4.5 years. 2020, she worked in the safety COVID testing department, and she was an Amazon COVID tester. She COVID tests other Amazon employees with no medical background and no medical training. She was not a nurse, and she was not a doctor.
Tell me what ended up happening to your sister.
My sister passed away January 8th, 2021. She wrote countless emails to Amazon, to HR, to Seattle, called and told them about the conditions in the warehouse, how she didn't feel safe, how they didn't have the proper PPE, how it was dangerous. And I never would have thought that in a million years Jeff Bezos would have authorized regular employees to COVID test other employees.
Why is it important for you to be out here today?
I need to get my sister's name out. I need the media. I need everyone to be able to know about my sister. She lives behind her daughter. She was a mother, a single mother. I need everyone to know about my sister. I need everyone to know that Jeff Bezos had Amazon employees COVID testing other Amazon employees that had no medical training and no medical background. And it is not fair. The law has been broken. It's not right. How can that happen?
This happened
It was about a year. Yeah, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. My sister died in January 8th, 2021. She started working in the safety COVID department. I want to be honest, probably like maybe August, but she didn't start COVID testing till October.
Okay. And did they try to like cover it up, or did they try to act like it wasn't COVID or wasn't their fault? Like, what tactics did they use, like trying to act like?
I'm gonna be honest.
Take responsibility.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They just said that wasn't true. They said that wasn't true, and Amazon stopped COVID testing, or having its employees COVID test in March. My sister died January, so January, February. I'm a factual person. I believe they were still COVID testing. I heard that they stopped in March.
And what toll has this had on your people, obviously?
Tremendous toll. Tremendous toll. I never see my sister again. You imagine talking to somebody 15, 20 times a day and never hear from them again. She was my mom's baby. She was all our baby. She was the youngest. My sister would be 40 on the 17th of September. She would be 40 years old. She didn't even make it to 40. She was a loyal employee for Amazon. She never said no to them. She came to work even when she couldn't come to work. You understand? And it hurts. It's sad. And not only sad, somebody needs to be held accountable. The law has been broken. There was no reason for you to have regular Amazon employees COVID testing other Amazon employees. Why? None of them had any medical background. Well, I know my sister didn't. She never went to medical school. She never had any medical training. She wasn't a nurse. She wasn't a doctor. She wasn't a licensed profession. Why was she put in a position to COVID test? Why? Why didn't you hire doctors and nurses to come in and do that? Why didn't you have a facility set up for them to go get COVID tested? Why didn't you do that? Somebody needs to be held accountable for this. It's not fair and it's not right.
What type of democracy do you think we live in when the government can allow like different companies to do the things that Amazon has done to block workers' rights, like all the giving stuff, and now they pass legislation for these companies and these corporations to be able to do that. What type of democracy do you think this is?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be honest with you. I took me and my niece, and we just went to the movies yesterday, and we saw this movie called Breaking. And shout out to whoever produced or made that movie, because this movie Breaking was about a gentleman who did 2 tours in the war and had some mental illness. The VA swindled him out of $892, and he lost his life over $892. And during the movie and the documentary, everyone, even at the VA, said it wasn't right, it was wrong. They see this happen every day. That man is dead and gone, and still to this day, no one has compensated. His family has done anything. So what that says to me is that major corporations can privately and publicly fuck you and get away with it, and no one cares. If you have the money, you can get fucked. People can die. People can get their lives. It was a worldwide pandemic. We lost millions of people, and you had people in there COVID testing. For what reason? They came there. My sister came there to be a sorter. She didn't come there to COVID test. Why did you do that? What were you thinking? And then a couple months later, didn't you go to the moon? You didn't even care. And then you said you want to thank the Amazon employees. The hell is wrong with you? What? That's I just want to know, what were you thinking? Why did you do that? Somebody dropped dead, and that's it. We got to keep moving. So anybody can get it. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People, if they have an opportunity to, If no one knows about it, they will get over on you. They will take advantage of you. But I'm going to hold Jeff Bezos accountable. I'm going to hold him and his company accountable because my sister had no business being put in a position of COVID test. She had no business COVID testing. She was not a doctor or a medical profession, and he's wrong for that. And somebody's going to be held accountable. The law has been broken. The law has been broken.
What message do you have for him? What would you say to him in front of you?
For real, I'm going to tell you this. I know Jeff Bezos now knows who my sister is. I know he does. It's because if anyone doesn't know who she is, the Union Laboring Hall is named after my sister. So you can't say anything about this Amazon union without saying my sister, Pushan Brown. So what I would say to Jeff Bezos is this, is that I want you to do right by my family and do right by my sister and do right by her daughter. Her daughter is 14 years old with no mother and no father. My sister worked for you for 4.5 years. She put her life on the line through COVID. She had no business COVID testing. Why did you do that? What were you thinking? I want justice for my sister. I need justice for my niece.
Anything else you want to say?
Nope. Not at all.
How are you doing?
Last year was beyond crazy. I didn't think I was going to make it. I'm not going to lie to you. My mother's bedridden. You know, I now have custody of my niece. I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm going to continue to speak and advocate for my sister until my last breath. But I can't say it gets any better, but I'm here, and I'll walk a million miles for my sister. I'll walk a million miles to get her story out there. I love my sister. She was my baby sister. She was like my child. You know, I miss her. It's not a day that don't go by. I don't think about her. Gabby just turned 14. I cried the whole day. My sister's birthday is like less than 10 days. I'm going to cry the whole day, you know. It's hard. Because the sad part about it is what I don't think he understands is my sister really did love working for his company. She was a good employee. She never said no. And you do somebody that way. That's the sad part about it. That's the sad part. It's what hurts. So, you know.
It hurts that he really never gave us.
No one said sorry to my mom. No one did anything. It's like everything's going on. Even some of the reporters out here now, they're like, oh, one reporter ran into me. She was like, somebody brought her to me, and she was like, oh, I'm not here for that. You know, I'm not, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? You know, this story's not important for you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, you know, somebody died doing something they had no business doing.
As a journalist, this should be the story.
Somebody died, had no business doing. He didn't put a gun to her head, but to come in there through a whole year, to work through the pandemic, a gun would have been simple, easier, right? To work through a pandemic with workers coming in there sick, throwing up fevers, everything.
It's putting a gun to her head without letting her know. Because if she don't know the risk, she won't just
Exactly. Nobody knew. We were in 2020. The vaccine didn't even come out till December 14, 2020. What were you doing? What were you thinking? But no, this story is not important. Nobody wants to cover it. Nobody cares. What if it was your loved one? Put in a position doing something she had no business doing.
And what's she going to do if she needs the job? It's like, it's a lack of empathy.
And that's another thing. I hear people speak all the time, well, why did she do this? Why did she do that? Why do you get up and go to work? Why are you blaming her? Why are you not asking Jeff Bezos, who is a trillionaire? Why are you not asking him? Why did he have regular Amazon employees coming there COVID testing? Why? Everybody's so quick to blame the victim. That's not here, that can't speak for herself. Ask him why did he come in there and have people, other Amazon employees, COVID testing Amazon employees, when he had enough money to even open up a damn clinic for somebody to COVID test right there? He could have set up a trailer. He had enough money then. It was 2020. Why did he do that? He did that to save money. And it's not right. So I don't want to hear nobody ever ask me again, why did your sister do that? You asked him why he did it. Ask him why he did it, and then when he tell you, then I'll come back and tell you. And that's that. And that's that. I'm just so, today, just tied with the reporters saying this story is not important, you know, that was then, it makes me upset because at the end of the day, this whole thing has to do why we're here. Chris started the union, it's because what was happening at the warehouse in Staten Island. You understand that? And still to this day, I want to be clear with you. There were a lot of Amazon workers who died of COVID. But my sister was the only Amazon worker that was testing in the Amazon apartment who died. You understand that? So if you're going to talk about this, then we're going to talk about the whole thing. You understand? So, you know, but I'm not going to stop. I can't stop.
COVID, but your sister was forced to
why was she doing that?
Herself in risk.
Why did she do that? Why did you have her doing that? So, I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. I want Jeff Bezos to do right by my family, do right by my niece. She's here. She's a little girl. I want him to do right, and not to mention that somebody needs to be held accountable. The law has been broken, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about your niece? I just thought about it. Like her mother's gone. How is she doing?
I mean, you know, we try to get the best life for her. I don't know what it's like to be without a mother because I still have my mom. I know she loved her mother. She was her mother's only child. That was her baby. They even, you know, she until my mom died, until her mom died, she always slept in the bed with her mom. You know, she's a big baby. She misses her mom every day. She loves her mom. You know, when we go to the store, she says, "Oh, mommy would have loved that," and I say, "Okay, let's get it for her." You know, anything. You know, anything. Her mom taught her how to cook, so when I'm in the kitchen cooking, she'll say, "Oh, this is what mommy did. Mommy put this in there." Like anything. Anytime she sees something remind her mom, I say, "Get it." Like anything. I say, "Okay, let's get it for her." You know, but she's doing well. She's gonna make it no matter what. I'm gonna get it to my last breath for her. My sister left her with me, and she's my responsibility now. And I'm gonna make sure that she has the best life she can have. You know, so yeah. Thank you, T. I appreciate it. I always want to thank Jordan for covering the story. But him, Perfect Union, a couple of reporters. Jordan's been on the main line since day one. My God, he's been on the main line. I appreciate it. I'm so thankful for him reaching out to me last year when it happened. Just so thankful for that, you know, because he always sends me stuff about my sister. He always advocates, and it means a lot. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family, my mom, you know. I appreciate it. Yeah. So.
Anything else you want to say to the people? Why is it important for us to work with union rights and workers' rights? So things like what happened to your sister.
I think every corporation definitely needs a union because if not, look what happened. Look what happens. You see what I'm saying? Because I think somebody would have said, "Hey, that's a stupid idea. That's dumb. That's not safe. We can get a lawsuit to have people just COVID test that are not medical professions. Can we not do this?" You know, I think somebody would have said, "This is not safe. This is inhumane. We don't know anything about it." And not to mention, I think we're breaking the law, Jeff. I think we're breaking the law. I think these people came here to be sorters, package handlers, pickers. I don't think they came to COVID test, so we should not do this. I think if there was a union, I think that's probably what would have happened.
If they knew that there was consequences if something happened to an employee, they would have checked themselves. But
Absolutely.
There's no consequences for the corporations. They do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah, and get away with it. And get away with it. But this right here, no one's not getting away with this. The law has been broken. The law has been broken. It wasn't a gunshot to the head. It was something worse than that. Yeah. My sister came in there through the whole year and worked through the pandemic. Her life was in danger until her last days. That's why I said someone at the speech, somebody say, "Well, it was a former employee." No, she wasn't a former employee. She didn't get fired and she didn't quit. She still fucking worked at Amazon to this day. She died. She still fucking worked for Amazon. Her last days at Amazon was January 7th. She died January 8th. She's still an employee. She works there. Absolutely. She didn't get fired. She didn't quit. She still works there. Yep. Absolutely. And I'm not crazy in saying that, you know, she's not in the living, but she was scheduled to go to work on January 10th. She died January 8th. Yeah. She's your employee, Jeff. She was employed by you.
Yeah, because to speak of her as a former employee almost suggests that she used to work for here, then she quit, and maybe it happened after she quit Amazon.
She's not on your payroll no more, Jeff. But she got a whole building named after her, and not to mention, y'all know what y'all did to her. Y'all know what she was made to do, what she was put in to do. Yeah. And y'all loved her so much because y'all called back on the 10th. She died on the 8th, asking why she hadn't come to work. Immediately. Why she wasn't at work. After I called them and told them she passed. She was a good employee. She was. They know she was. So we're going to go ahead and close it and end it out right. I know that he's going to do the right thing for my sister, and I know he's going to do the right thing for my family. I know he is.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. How you doing?
So, that was powerful. And I think that's a major reason why why we're here, why they're having the protest today, why it's important for workers to have rights, because when they don't have rights, things like this happen all the time, and no one's held accountable. So that's why this is important, because this could have been anyone, like she said. It could have been anyone's family, and a lot of times, if it's not our family and we're so detached from it, we kind of don't give a fuck about it. But if you think about it, think about how many mass shootings we've had, and you think about how many surviving family members talked about that they never, it was never important enough for them to protest or do something because they didn't think it would happen to them, and then when it happened to them, they got it. And that's an unfortunate thing. You want to have enough empathy for is if something catastrophic happens to someone, that you stand up for them, because it could have easily been you, and it easily can be you in a country like this, in a country that's ran by corporations. Anything can happen. So whether it's gun legislation or workers' rights or any other thing that allow corporations just to do what the fuck they want to do with impunity, I think it's something that we should stand up for. There should be regulations and everything, and the regulations shouldn't come from the corporations. On God. So that's what's going on. It seemed like, I think this is probably the end of because I know they went to Jeff Bezos' home, and then they went to somebody else's home, penthouse, and then they ended here at the Red Stairs in Times Square. So that's where we are right now. Seems like everybody dispersing. Let's see if it's someone. I'm gonna see if I can holler at the old boy real quick. Give one more interview before we shake the spot. So, what you player? How you feeling, dog? Chilling. Can I highlight you for a second?
Yeah.
What's up? Here you go. I just tell me why you here. Why it's important to be out here today, bro.
Mm-hmm. All right. Want introduction or how we doing it?
Oh no, everybody know who you are, bro. And holler at them. Just tell them what's going on out here today. Why it's important to be out here on Labor Day.
Yeah, it's important for all workers to be out here, all unions, because this is Labor Day and there hasn't really been too many actual labor marches. So we're here to let the world know that, we won our recognition. We won at JFK 8, and it's time for a contract.
I heard that. Tell me, what type of democracy do you think we live in where government allows corporations to suppress workers' rights and keep them from getting the things that they deserve as workers and the protection that they deserve?
Yeah, ultimately we feel like, the billionaires kind of pretty much took over. They took over, really, and they're running the show. And, they're doing whatever they can to get a profit, exploiting workers, and they really just don't care. We don't have any help or anything. They're just here for themselves.
So, what message would you have for Jeff Bezos right now?
Well, I would tell Jeff Bezos, you're not going to have no choice but to come to the bargaining table, because we're going to put the pressure on you.
That was Jordan texting me right now.
Oh, yeah.
He was telling me to ask you, how did it go today with the march to the penthouse and all that? What was that like? We didn't get to cover that.
Yeah, the march was great. The energy was high. Everyone was participating. Everyone's motivated, and they're motivated because ALU, because of independent unions that are really making a change and making a difference in the world right now.
So what type of momentum do you think you guys have right now after coming off the win a couple months ago? Like the workers' union, what type of momentum do we have right now? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel great. You know, we just won our objection hearing, and myself, you know, I'm still an active employee at Amazon in Staten Island. So when I went back to work the next day, workers who were anti-union or on the fence starting to speak to me and ask questions, which is always a good thing. So any small victory, we're going to use that to our advantage. And, you know, we're going to continue to advocate for all workers, all Amazon workers across the U.S., and it's only going to grow.